Good day. I'm Brandon Johannes, the President and CEO of the Leavenworth-Lansing Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the Chamber's virtual 2021 annual meeting. What follows will be a series of filmed segments featuring both award recipients and sponsors who have all worked together to make this community what it is. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have worked to present a virtual annual meeting wherein we will strive to recognize those people in our community for their very valued service and achievements. Throughout the pandemic, the Chamber has been here, working on behalf of its members and its community, and our commitment continues as strong as ever. In fact, in September of this year, the Leavenworth-Lansing Area Chamber of Commerce will celebrate its 105th anniversary. We continue to publish content on behalf of our members, their work, and the work we do together on an almost daily basis. That will continue, and our content, as well as our presence, will only continue to grow, especially as we are better able to be together again. The Chamber's mission is, and always has been, one of unity and cooperation. And we are proud of that mission. Indeed, that mission has become a tradition of not only unity and cooperation, but one of service. Service to our members, service to each other, and service to our community. I wish to take just a moment to thank the Chamber's Board of Directors for their hard work and constant support. In particular, I wish to thank the Chamber Board's Executive Committee. Our board chair is Tina Hundley. Our vice chairman is Ed Chapman. Our second vice chair, Paige Kenton. Our treasurer, Sarah Green. And our secretary, Debbie Terrell. Also, I wish to recognize the Chamber staff. Cindy Dominic and Eunice Alexander continue to work as hard as ever on behalf of our members. Thank you, Cindy and Eunice, for your continued service and dedication. Without Cindy and Eunice, none of this would be possible. Thank you, too, to our sponsors, without whom we would not have been able to produce this broadcast and recognize these phenomenal people. Chambers of Commerce would not be able to function without the support of sponsors and volunteers. Ours is no different. Every single one of these sponsors that you will see throughout this broadcast have opted to stand with the Chamber, providing us with the support we need. In a word, we are truly indivisible. Though we have struggled over the past 18 months, it has been a shared struggle. We are all in this together. And I am confident in our ability to continue to unite and work together, always moving forward as one community. And now, allow me to introduce the chairperson of our board of directors, Tina Hundley.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate the opportunity to offer remarks on behalf of our remarkable executive committee. We are fortunate to have a very dedicated group who each possess and share a passion for this community. I would personally also like to thank Ed Chapman, Sarah Green, Debbie Terrell, and Paige Kenton for all that you do and continue to do on behalf of the Leavenworth-Lansing Chamber of Commerce. In addition, I would like to thank all of our Chamber members for your continued support. We at the Chamber continue to do our very best to serve you and offer services that benefit you and your businesses alike. You are, in fact, the heartbeat of our business, and we are looking forward to great things in 2021 and beyond. We encourage you to stay connected to the Chamber for information and continual updates. On behalf of our Executive Committee, I extend thanks to Brandon Johannes, Cindy Dominic, and Eunice Alexander for their unwavering support of not only the Chamber of Commerce, but our community as a whole. Although an elite group of 3, they do the work of many. We are blessed to have them, and I invite you to join me in extending our gratitude. Cheers to each of your continued success, and thank you again for your commitment and dedication to the Leavenworth-Lansing Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you very much, Tina. Thank you also the members of the Executive Committee who have been present with us here today. Again, thank you to the Chamber staff, all of our members, our sponsors, and the community at large. We are terribly proud of our 105 years of service to this community and have every intention of serving another 105 and beyond. That concludes this introductory segment to the 2021 annual meeting. Good day. I'm Brandon Johannes, the President and CEO of the Leavenworth-Lansing Area Chamber of Commerce. In this segment of the 2021 annual meeting, we will be recognizing our 2020-2021 recipient of the President's Award for Service to the Chamber. First, we would like to recognize the sponsors of this segment. Our presenting sponsors are Country Club Bank, the main campus of Kansas City, Kansas Community College, ServPro of Leavenworth and Northwest Wyandotte counties, and Medical Lodges of Leavenworth. The segment is also sponsored in part by Citizens Federal Savings Bank. The 2020-2021 recipient of the President's Award for Service to the Chamber is Rosalie Robinson. For the last 2 years, the Chamber staff have presented a Chamber member or an individual who works for a Chamber member a plaque recognizing his or her service specifically to the Chamber. If there is one constant in the Chamber world, it is the fact that rarely are there volunteers lining up outside our door. So often we come to rely on those people who understand and support the work the Chamber does and the mission of the Chamber throughout the community. This year's recipient is no different. Rosalie Robinson joined us when she began working for the City of Leavenworth several years ago. Thankfully, after leaving her employ of the city, she went to work for another Chamber member, her husband, Dr. Michael Robinson, DDS. Throughout all that time, and especially throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, the Chamber staff has known without a doubt we could always depend on Rosalie for practically anything we might need. Volunteers who are in that category are to be recognized, celebrated, and never let go, no matter what, because we will always need them. I am honored to say we are joined by the Chamber's board chair, Tina Hundley. Tina, if you'd come and join us. Tina is going to help us present the award. It is with great joy and pride we present the 2020-2021 President's Award for Service to the Chamber to Rosalie Robinson. From those present, a round of applause for Rosalie, please. Rosalie has indicated she would like to make some remarks, so I will now hand the lectern over to her.
Thank you, Brandon. First of all, I just want to say I'm honored that I have been selected for the 2020-2021 President's Award. I want to thank Brandon and the Chamber of Commerce. I've served on the Women's Division Board since 2018. When I was asked to be on that board, it was such a compliment to me that I was asked to serve. And then I became a member of the Chamber Board at the beginning of this year. To volunteer and serve with the Chamber of Commerce means volunteering for my community. I've worked with so many wonderful people and organizations through their connection to the Chamber, which I'm grateful. The experiences are always fun and they're rewarding at the same time. Last year, as the Women's Division President, I was faced with many challenges, as we all were. Brandon and I were in close contact the entire time. I either emailed him, called him, texted him daily. I know there were times he was wishing, please stop. He was always kind and forthcoming with his advice, his support in helping me make some tough decisions last year, and sometimes we just engaged in a friendly conversation. A lot of our events last year were canceled. They were fundraisers for organizations who assist our community in many different ways. It was hard, and I thank you, Brandon, for being a mentor and a friend and always having my back. Cindy and Eunice have also been very gracious to work with, and I thank them both as well. Again, I'm honored to receive this award. Thank you.
Don't forget the award. Thank you, Rosalie. Thank you again to Rosalie for her service to the Chamber. Thank you very much to Tina for being with us to present the award to Rosalie. Thank you to our sponsors of this segment as well. That concludes this segment. Thank you and good day. Good day. I'm Brandon Johannes, the President, CEO of the Leavenworth-Lansing Area Chamber of Commerce. In this segment of the 2021 annual meeting, we will be recognizing our 2020-2021 Junior Citizen of the Year. First, we would like to recognize the sponsors of this segment. Our presenting sponsors are the University of St. Mary, the American Family Insurance Agencies of both Brett Miller and Trent Peter, the KCKCC Pioneer Career Center, and the Frontier Community Credit Union. This segment is also sponsored in part by Dr. Michael Robinson, DDS. In this segment, we also have the privilege of recognizing a very special sponsor and partner. For the last several years, Ken and Tina Hundley, the owners of Climate Control Services, LLC, have partnered with the Chamber to provide the Junior Citizen of the Year with a scholarship award to be used at the discretion of the junior citizen at whichever technical school, college, or university he or she chooses to attend. We are lucky to have Ken and Tina with us tonight, and they will join us shortly when we present the award. Our 2020-2021 Junior Citizen of the Year is Aaron Brown. To introduce young Mr. Brown, I would now like to invite Mary Mack, the chairperson of our Junior Citizen of the Year committee, to the lectern.
Thank you, Brandon. I am the chairperson for the Junior Citizen Committee of the Year, and I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge and thank the other people on the committee, Bob Euler, Kamala Leonhardt, Karen DePriest, and Holly Pittman. It was such a pleasure going through this process. All of the young people that we interviewed were just absolutely wonderful, smart, talented, and I'm sure that any community that they end up in, they are going to be just absolutely wonderful. But the young man that we decided to choose, he is so well prepared for the next level of his life and the journey that he's going to go on. He is 7th out of a class of 193 at Lansing High School. He is a National Honor Society member. He is a gold and silver medal recipient for debate and forensics. He's also a talented musician. Out of school, he is a youth group leader. He does volunteer work in the community, focusing majorly on the at-risk and the low-income communities. And he is also a second-degree black belt, so I wouldn't want to run up on him unexpectedly. But during the interviews, we were so impressed with this young man because all of the answers to the questions that we had, which was a variety of subjects from leadership to community service to his future endeavors. And he was just so positive and outgoing, and we were just so impressed with everything that he had to say. And we found out that he is a really, really caring person. As far as his future plans, he is planning to go to the Missouri University for Science and Technology, I hope I'm correct on that, as a chemical engineer. He is the son of Mark and Elizabeth Brown, and he has a brother, Wyatt, who is a sophomore at Lansing High School. So with all that being said, I am going to turn it over to our 2020-2021 Junior Citizen of the Year, Mr. Aaron Brown.
Aaron, congratulations. We'd like to present you with this award.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce. I know some of the people who were involved in the process of being selected this year and the past year, and I know that it was a pretty tough job. So I don't envy their position, but thank you for what they do. Second, no one gets this kind of award in isolation, so I'd like to thank my family. They're the biggest reason as to why I'm up here and why my resume looks the way that it does. Third, I'd like to thank my school. My school district is wonderful, and every day I'm thankful to go to school where I go. And lastly, I'd like to thank my church, First United Methodist Church. They've just been such an impact on me, since I was very little. They just have been so important to the community and the culture that I grew up in, and without them, I wouldn't be here. So thank you.
All right, congratulations again, Aaron. By all accounts, this award is hard-earned and well-deserved. It has always been a point of pride for the Leavenworth-Lansing Area Chamber of Commerce to recognize a Junior Citizen of the Year, and this year is no different. Thank you again to our sponsors. Thank you to Aaron and his family for being here with us. Thank you to Mary Mack and the Junior Citizen Committee. And I would especially like to thank, again, Ken and Tina Hundley of Climate Control Services, LLC, for continuing to serve as our Junior Citizen of the Year sponsor. That concludes this segment. Thank you and good day. Good day. I'm Brandon Johannes, the President and CEO of the Leavenworth-Lansing Area Chamber of Commerce. In this segment of the 2021 annual meeting, we will be recognizing our 2020-2021 Humanitarian of the Year. First, we would like to recognize the sponsors of this segment. Our presenting sponsors are Mr. Breeze Heating and Cooling, the Leavenworth Times, Hampton Inn by Hilton, and the University of Kansas Leavenworth Campus. This segment is also sponsored in part by Crittenden Home Care. The 2020-2021 Humanitarian of the Year is Edna Wagner. Edna, if you join me up here, please. Now I'll tell you a little bit about Edna. She has a degree in education/special education with over 20 years of educational experience. She's been married to her husband for over 43 years, is a mother of 2 sons, and a proud grandmother of 4 grandkids, and I'm told 1 grand dog. She has lived overseas and in the United States with 19 moves as part of her husband's military career of over 30 years. In 2008, she and her husband moved back and settled in Leavenworth. Edna served as a leader of the Family Support Group, overseas as well as stateside. As an educator, she served on the first team to write the Title I grant for Leavenworth USD 453. She also built the plan program for the Summer Read and Feed program, now known as Read Across America. It is worthy of note, Edna also worked in Virginia and worked with a high-end design firm where she was part of the team to pick out what President Clinton's family used in their bath and kitchen in the White House. Currently, Edna is working closely with the Buffalo Soldiers, who are still active in our community. Edna belongs to the First Missionary Baptist Church, where she had some of the Buffalo Soldiers and their families as part of their church service to honor veterans across the armed forces. She is also a member and supporter of several local organizations. I'm sure Edna would like us to note she puts God first to help her keep her life in balance. Now, for the past several years, Edna has served as the executive director of the Richard Allen Cultural Center here in Leavenworth. She has been instrumental in undertaking great growth and prominence for the center in the world of historical museums, as well as a very successful student mentoring program, which has helped hundreds of children work toward their own successes. She has also completed numerous upgrades in the museum, truly making it a gem for our community. Further, she has secured acceptance in the American Alliance of Museums. Under her leadership and guidance, the Richard Allen Cultural Center and Museum is now part of the Kansas African American History Trail, which is part of an 8-museum tour in Kansas. Edna is involved in a number of other organizations in the community as well. For example, she has served as the assistant treasurer for the Leavenworth NAACP and worked on the revitalization team to have, in fact, brought the Leavenworth NAACP back. She is also a member of the Leavenworth Socialite Club and the Leavenworth Lions Club. Last but not least, and worthy of note, she's been appointed by Governor Kelly to the State Historic Sites Board of Review. We could easily go on and on about Edna, her service, and her many accolades, but suffice it to say, she is very well deserving of this award and represents the absolute best of what the Chamber of Commerce recognizes in service to our community. Edna was nominated for the Humanitarian of the Year Award by the Mayor of Leavenworth, Ms. Nancy Bowder. Mayor Bowder could not be with us today, but she wished to send her love, admiration, and appreciation to Edna in honor of all the work she does on behalf of our community. So, I will now ask our board chair, Tina Hundley, to join me as, with great pride and joy, we present Edna the 2020-2021 Humanitarian of the Year Award.
Thank you so much.
A round of applause, please, from all gathered. And Edna, we will now let you have the lectern and make some remarks.
I gotta get you my breath here. Thank you, Brandon Johannes, to the Board of Directors of the Chamber of Commerce, to the Mayor of Leavenworth, Nancy Bowder, for nominating me and putting in the paperwork for this award. It is greatly an honor for me. When Brandon called me, it just took my breath away because I couldn't believe that someone thought that highly of what I was doing in the community. That means a lot to me to know that what I'm doing is not for attention, but it's making a difference. So for the kids that we serve in our after-school tutoring and mentoring program, I pray to always be there for them because you never know what they need, especially on the educational side. When COVID kicked in, a lot of parents just kind of fell apart because they didn't know what to do with their kids at home. And I'm very thankful for all the volunteers who come in and give that hour and a half, who is willing to do virtual for our kids and call those kids every day to find out what they needed help in. And they're continuing to do that with the kids who come in-house and those who stay at home virtually. So I want to say thank you to everyone who was involved in this, who made a difference, and who have given me this honor to have this award. So thank you to everyone.
Thank you, Edna. You go ahead and have a seat over there. A round of applause again, please, for Edna. I will say again, thank you, Edna, for all the work you do in the community. As I said, we all know it is well deserved. Thank you, Tina, for being present with us today to present the award. And of course, a special thank you to Mayor Nancy Bowder for having nominated such a worthy candidate. That concludes this segment. Thank you, and good day. Good day. I'm Brandon Johannes, the President and CEO of the Leavenworth-Lansing Area Chamber of Commerce. In this segment of the 2021 annual meeting, we will be recognizing our 2020-2021 Business of the Year. First, we would like to recognize the sponsors of this segment. Our sole presenting sponsor for this segment is Mutual Savings Association, and this segment is also sponsored in part by the City of Lansing. Our 2020-2021 Business of the Year is Kramer & Associates CPAs LLC, many of whom are joining us here today for the presentation. Kramer & Associates is owned by the one and only Tony Kramer. Tony opened Kramer & Associates in July of 2007. Prior to founding Kramer & Associates, beginning back in 2003, Tony was a managing member of and partner in D. Moranville and Kramer CPAs LLC, now D. Moranville & Associates, another chamber member. Tony's history in our community and his career as a CPA, however, date back to the early 90s, when in 1991 he began working for Bushman & Wood Chartered. In 1994, he joined the Topeka firm of Bronsdorf, Carlson & Klinkenbeard, a firm recognized as one of the top 50 small to mid-sized firms in the country for 10 consecutive years. 5 years later, that firm merged into Century Business Services, or CBiz, a publicly traded financial services company ranked as the 7th largest accounting firm in the United States. Tony then led the Leavenworth office in divesting back to a locally owned, client-focused CPA firm. His experience includes 10 years as a sole practitioner tax preparer and 26 years as a CPA, including experience in a local firm, a regional firm, and a national firm. Tony's areas of specialty include business consulting, business and estate taxation, computer information systems, construction contractors, and agriculture. Indeed, about this time every year when I talk to Tony and ask him how he's managing the stress of tax season, he often tells me that as long as he can start his day with his cows, he'll have a good day and a less stressful day, as long as he can start with his cows. Tony and his wife Sherry have 2 daughters, Jennifer Alexander and Samantha Kramer, and are proud grandparents to 3 grandchildren. Some points of pride for Kramer & Associates. They are a chain, owning and operating offices both in Leavenworth and Tonganoxie. In the past 10 years, they have experienced a 42% growth in revenue and a 44% growth in employment, currently employing 16 full-time employees as well as 2 seasonal employees. The team at Kramer & Associates prepare 2,000 plus individual and business tax returns every year. They serve over 400 payroll clients, and their audit department has prepared mandated annual accounting audits for over 20 school districts, governmental agencies, and nonprofit organizations. Indeed, throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Kramer & Associates have maintained their high level of dedication and service to their clients, pivoting as needed to offering alternative solutions, including Zoom client meetings, the use of secure web portals, electronic signature options, the e-filing of income tax and payroll tax returns, direct deposit, payroll checks, and electronic tax payments. The word of the day is pivot, and Kramer & Associates has definitely pivoted well throughout the pandemic. It also bears mentioning that Tony and or members of his staff can always be counted on when we at the Chamber are in need of anything from accounting or payroll help to sponsorships, and above all else to volunteerism. I don't know how many times we have respectfully requested members of Tony's staff volunteer for things with the Chamber, and they are always more than happy to accommodate us. Some various other points and or awards or recognition. Tony and his folks have been involved in any number of organizations, from Rotary Club to all of the chambers of commerce in Leavenworth County. Tony also serves on the board of directors for Mutual Savings and Loan, today's presenting sponsor. If there is an organization or a cause in Leavenworth County that is worthy and just and serves the community, you can usually bet Tony and or his folks will be supporting those organizations and causes. They'll be sponsoring their events, or as I said before, they volunteer to help. Some of the staff remarks, and I really particularly love this part of the nomination form, some staff remarks about the firm itself have included descriptions of terms like integrity, intelligent, honest. Tony certainly embodies all of that, as do all of his staff. Terms like reliable, guiding, supportive, generous, flexible, family-oriented, a mentor, someone who is involved and dedicated, a trusted advisor, someone who is knowledgeable, and someone who places great emphasis on the importance of community and family. It is a rare treat for us today that our current board treasurer, Sarah Green, who is a staff accountant for Kramer & Associates, is with me to help present the award to Tony on behalf of the Chamber with his staff here in attendance. So at this time, I would like to have Sarah step forward and Tony step over so we may present the award for Business of the Year. This certificate states, Leavenworth-Lansing Area Chamber of Commerce hereby names Kramer & Associates CPAs, LLC as its 2020-2021 Business of the Year, and proudly presents the certificate recognizing their longevity in business, dedication to integrity and service, and commitment to going above and beyond the call of duty on behalf of the Leavenworth-Lansing community. Tony, I present you this award. Round of applause from everyone for everyone. At this point in time, Tony, we'd like you to take the lectern and make a few remarks.
Well, thank you. Well, first off, on behalf of our team, we're very appreciative and honored to be recognized as Business of the Year. Our success couldn't have happened without some of the people that we have here. Everybody that is standing here with me today has been with me for at least 10 years. We've got Sarah Green, Amy Schwinn, Gloria Reichman, Jenny Kessler, Joe Wood, Carol Kenton, Jean Walker, and Karen Botari. I need this many people to keep me straight. But we've had so many comments over the years of how our staff will just bend over backwards to take care of our clients and do whatever's needed to keep them helping their business run. And again, I couldn't have done it without all these people and the rest of the staff that's back at the office holding it down during tax season. So again, we thank you for the recognition, and I'm glad to be a part of the community.
Thank you, Tony. Round of applause again, absolutely. That concludes this segment of the 2021 annual meeting. We again would like to say how pleased we are to recognize Kramer & Associates as our Business of the Year. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next segment. Good day. I'm Brandon Johannes, the President and CEO of the Leavenworth-Lansing Area Chamber of Commerce. In this segment of the 2021 annual meeting, we will be recognizing individuals who have completed their terms of service on the Chamber's Board of Directors, and we will be offering special recognition to a retiring volunteer. First, we would like to recognize the sponsors of this segment. Our presenting sponsors are Commerce Bank, St. John Hospital, Kramer & Associates CPAs LLC, and Alliance Nationwide Title. This segment is also sponsored in part by Family Eye Care Center. At this time, I will ask our board chair, Tina Hundley, to join me at the lectern, and I will ask our outgoing board members to join us in front of the backdrop. With us, first is Bryn Peter, representing American Family Insurance, Trent Peter Agency. Rosalie Robinson, representing Dr. Michael Robinson DDS, and Michael Augustine, representing the Frontier Community Credit Union. In 2020, Bryn served as the president of the Young Professionals of the Chamber. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, she was never out of reach, always doing whatever she could to make sure YP and the Chamber had her support and that we moved ahead as best we could. Rosalie Robinson served as the president of the Women's Division of the Chamber. Again, in light of the extremely unfortunate circumstances of the past year, Rosalie and the Women's Division Board of Directors went out of their way to maintain any and all operations they could, including successfully planning and executing the 2020 Women's Division Scholarship presentation. After finishing her term as the president of the Women's Division, Rosalie accepted a regular voting seat on the Chamber's Board of Directors, and we are all very excited to still have her around. Michael Augustine has not only completed a full regular term on the Chamber's Board of Directors, but his initial board service meant he was completing another person's term, and then signing on for a full term of his own. That means serving for about a year and a half or so of a previous board member's term, and then serving 2 consecutive 2-year terms of his own. I hadn't been with the Chamber for very long before Mike joined our board, so in a very real sense for me, Mike has been on the Chamber board since the beginning. At every turn, Mike has been ready and willing to help in any way possible, all the way from sponsoring and participating in events to being willing to lend an ear and offer advice, no matter what. Bryn, Rosalie, and Mike, the Leavenworth-Lansing Area Chamber of Commerce thanks you for your service. Tina, would you please do us the honor of presenting them their certificates?
I will, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Mike. We appreciate all that you've done.
Thank you, Tina. Those present, please join us in a round of applause. Thank you all very much. Now, I would like to have join me up here at the lectern my good friend Maxine Hunter. Maxine, would you come up, please? Maxine, for over a decade, if I'm not mistaken, has chaired the Chamber's Operation International program. For those who are not aware, Operation International is the program that pairs local hometown sponsors or families and friends with the international officers who come to the Leavenworth-Lansing area every year to take the course at the Command and General Staff College on Fort Leavenworth. These days, on average, we have about 120, anywhere between 100 and 120 officers join us in our area. And Maxine, for the last several years, has led the effort on behalf of our entire community and behalf of the Chamber to welcome and partner with those officers. Through that program, those officers have a local friend or family here in the Leavenworth-Lansing area to help them out with things like insurance, finding a car, having a friend to spend time with, a substitute parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle. They bring their families with them. Nowadays, they have their spouses, their children, all of whom are in an unfamiliar country and are welcomed by this program of the Chamber of Commerce. And Maxine has gone above and beyond since she began with that program, frankly. When I took over at the Chamber now almost 6 years ago, I met Maxine on my first day, as a matter of fact. And she has kept me in line this entire time. Maxine has decided to step down from active leadership of the Operation International program, but not step away. We're still going to see Maxine from time to time, and she's still going to be helping out. And I know that we can count on her for practically anything we need, if I know Maxine. Before I ask Tina back to the lectern to present Maxine her certificate, I'd like to offer Maxine the opportunity to say a few words. Maxine, would you like to say a few words?
Well, I didn't come prepared. I don't have a prepared speech, but anybody that knows me knows I don't have to have a prepared speech. I just want to thank Brandon and the Chamber and all the people of Leavenworth who have been so supportive of Operation International for me. I've made a lot of friends. It's been a lot of work, and I'm going to miss it. I'm truly going to miss working with all those people, but I'm looking forward to still seeing them because I am serving as an advisor on the Operation International board, and already they've assigned me a duty that I have to take care of, and so that makes me feel good. So I just want to thank everybody. It has been a pleasure, a definite pleasure. I loved everything I did. I loved working with the sponsors and the internationals and the members in the community and going out and soliciting efforts on the behalf of Operation International. So again, my thanks to everybody, and to you, Brandon. Thank you.
Thank you, Maxine. Tina. Round of applause, please, everyone, for Maxine. Tina, would you please do us the honors again?
Thank you so much for your dedication to the Operation International. You've been a treasure, and we will miss you. But thankfully, you'll still be with the advisory board.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tina.
Another round of applause for Maxine, please. Thank you, Maxine. I would again like to thank our sponsors of this segment. I would like to thank our board members, outgoing board members, most of them, unfortunately, Bryn Peter, Rosalie Robinson, Michael Augustine. I would like to thank our board chair, Tina Hundley, for being here to help, as always. And I would, of course, like to thank Maxine Hunter for all of her years of dedication to Operation International and the Greater Chamber. That completes this segment. Thank you and good day. But wait, there's more. We're offering here a supplemental segment to our board recognition. We are lucky to be joined today by Dr. Kim Hackworth-Pearl of Family Eye Care Center. Dr. Pearl recently served as both the board chair and the immediate past chair of the Chamber's Board of Directors. We wanted to take the opportunity to show Dr. Pearl appreciation for her service, as she was more or less unable to be active during the entirety of her last year of service on the Board of Directors due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, to be clear, we did recognize Dr. Pearl with a plaque commemorating her service as the board chair. But since her last year of service was, in a word, uneventful, we wanted to recognize her and thank her for her overall service, not just to the board, but to the Chamber at large. We are lucky to be joined today by our board chair, Tina Hundley, here to help me recognize Kim and present her with her certificate. Tina?
Thank you, Tina.
And we will now give the lectern to Dr. Pearl to make some remarks.
Thank you so much, Brandon, Tina, and the entire board and staff of the Leavenworth-Lansing Chamber of Commerce. I have very much enjoyed my years of service, and I'm very grateful to each of you for all of your assistance during that time. I would like to say just a general thank you to the entire Leavenworth business community for all the hard work that you do and for striving to maintain your financial well-being during this challenging time. Looking forward to a successful and thriving 2021. Have a great year. Thank you again.
Thank you, Kim, and again, thank you for your dedication and service to the Chamber, as well as your constant support of our work. And again, thank you, Tina, for being here with us to help present the award. This concludes this special segment. Good day.